this is Miss Moore, and I've made a quick little tutorial video here to help you with the Excel graphing skills assignment. So just a recap of how to go about creating your graph. Click on the first column of your table and hold, and then drag all the way down to highlight the whole table, and then go Insert, Scatter Plot, and it'll generate the graph right there for you. You can drag it into position, and you can also modify your title by going primary horizontal axis title down here for your x-axis. This is mass. Please include your units when you're labeling your axes. And we can also add a primary vertical label for the y-axis, and this one is force, measured in newtons. You can also modify your graph title by clicking on it or by going Add Chart Element, Chart Title. And typically our title is Dependent Variable, Force, Units versus Independent Variable and Units. And then below, what type of relationship exists between force and mass? To determine that, you need to do your line of best fit. Click one data point anywhere in the set. It should highlight all of them, and then you right-click, Add Trend Line. You'll have a couple different options here of relationships to try fitting. This one is best fit by a linear. So I will scroll down to the option of Display Equation on Chart so that you can see the relationship that describes that line of best fit. So down here, what type of relationship exists between force and mass? You're going to write the mathematical name of that relationship. So this is a linear relationship. And what is the slope of this graph? You can read a slope off of a linear graph by looking at the coefficient in front of the independent variable, since this is in the form y equals mx plus b. So m is your slope. You can read that off right there. And what are the units of your slope? So you'll recall that your slope is your rise over your run. So your units are the units of the y over the units of the x. And then what's the equation of the graph? You can copy that exact equation down below here into what's the equation of the graph. And then at the bottom you have a tab for question 2. For this one, it's a two-part graph where you're graphing force versus velocity, and you're graphing force versus the square of velocity. So to do that, we have to fill in the values for our square velocity column. Put in an Excel formula by writing equals, select the cell containing the first velocity value, and then we want to square it. So on most of your keyboards, that's going to be like Shift and then the number 6, which gives you a hat symbol, which means raised to the power of, and then 2, raised to the power of 2. Hit Enter. Go back to that cell where you just put your formula in, and move your cursor down to the bottom right-hand corner, and it should turn into like a very thin or black cross. Click, hold, and drag your formula all the way down the column. Don't release till you're at the bottom, and it'll fill in all those values for you so that you can generate your second graph. When you do generate your second graph here, I just want to show you how you can navigate through some of the options for your curve of best fit. Always start with a scatter plot, and then I'll move this into position down here. Click on one data point, it highlights all of them. Right click, add trend line. This one can be best fit by linear as well, and that's because force is directly proportional to the square of velocity. So this graph up here, where we did force and velocity, is going to be the one that's different. Go ahead and select the first 2 columns from your table, insert scatter plot, drag it into position, and you'll see that that data is not forming a linear relationship. So we're going to go right click, add trend line, and play with some of the other options. Exponential is not a great fit because of what we have happening up here, where the line or curve of best fit diverges significantly from our data points. Logarithmic is a poor fit. Polynomial is a strong fit, and you'll notice that over here, Excel is determining the degree of your polynomial. It calls it the order, but it's the degree, it's the power, the highest power of your independent variable. So this will be a polynomial that starts with x squared, which you'll see when you go display equation on chart. You'll notice this equation is in the form of y equals a x squared plus b x plus c, which is quadratic relationship. So hopefully that gives you all the tips that you need to be able to go through and complete your assignment. And then there's a third tab with question 3, where your third column on your table is filled in by taking the reciprocal of r. So you're also doing a formula here.